Alright guys, in this video we're going over the news that Sony has officially acquired Valkyrie Entertainment as a first-party PlayStation studio. This is kind of random. I don't think anybody was expecting this. Sony's dropping this news randomly on a Friday in December. So yeah, it seems that Sony still has some announcements to make, although I think we can all agree that this is not a major acquisition or a major announcement, but I do think there is something of significance here that is worth pointing out. Well, first of all, this is like the 5th acquisition that Sony has made this year. There was Bluepoint Games, Housemarque, Firesprite, Nixxes, and now we have Valkyrie Entertainment. Sony is clearly not done buying studios, but what's interesting about Valkyrie Entertainment is that it's clear that they're not being acquired to make games on their own, which might be disappointing to some people, but I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be disappointed about that. So over on Twitter, Herman Hulst says, today we announce that Valkyrie Entertainment will be joining the PlayStation Studios family. The studio will be making invaluable contributions to key PlayStation Studios franchises. See, that right there, what Herman is saying is very important to understand why Sony is acquiring the studio and to also understand Sony's strategy when it comes to not just their approach with their games, because I feel like their approach with their games is already kind of obvious. Sony wants to continue to make bigger and better AAA games, but that's a very difficult thing to do. I mean, if you look at how high the bar already is with games like Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok, you really have to kind of ask yourself, well, how much further can it go? And what needs to be done in order to get that to go further, or to streamline the production of these big games so you don't have to wait like 5, 6, or 7 years. These are all problems that Sony is facing with their current strategy of trying to double and triple down on these AAA games, and that's what we want to see. At least that's what I think most of us want to see. This is why most of us go to PlayStation, for these bigger experiences, and them acquiring Valkyrie as a support studio is, I think, Sony clearly making it known that this is something they're going to do. They're going to continue to buy these smaller studios and fold them in to essentially try to help bolster the production of PlayStation studios. This may sound obvious, but I have seen quite a few people looking at this and kind of like wondering, like, what games have they made, and like, what games can we expect them to make? And if you read what Herman Hulst is saying here, they're not going to be making their own games. It's kind of like Nixxes Software. Nixxes was purchased by Sony to help support their PC efforts. And in this case, I think Valkyrie Entertainment is going to help support some of the bigger studios that Sony has, right? Like Sony Santa Monica, Sucker Punch, Guerrilla Games. I think that that's the purpose of this, is to make it so that they can get these games out quicker, but also maintain that same quality level and help kind of minimize crunch and all the other things that go behind making these big AAA titles that Sony's known for. So that's really what I wanted to talk about here. This is, again, the 5th acquisition. I did not expect Sony to be announcing anything major for the remainder of the year, and I don't want to look at this as confirmation that, well, I guess Sony's going to have even more announcements before the holiday, is in full swing and everybody's on break. Sony's going to drop this news or drop that news. I'm not saying that, but I would be lying if I said that I was anticipating this announcement, for as small as it may be. It's certainly not insignificant, but it is a smaller announcement. Just kind of makes me wonder if Sony has anything else up their sleeve, or left up their sleeve, that they plan to, announce or let us know about before the year comes to a close. But nonetheless, there you go. That's 5 studios that Sony has acquired in 2021. Can't help but wonder how many studios they plan to try to acquire in 2022. So let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share it out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.